guys, Mama Rocks is back for my 15-week update on my pregnancy. How are you all doing? How's your pregnancies going? Are you feeling good? I hope so. So let's talk about what's going on this week. I just got my appointment for my diagnostic ultrasound, which will tell us the gender. So I'm super excited. That's going to be November 17th. So I am going to probably film that day while we're there, and you guys get to see the experience of what it's like to go in and have a diagnostic ultrasound, or if you already had one, you get to just see what it's like for another mom to do it and what happens. And we're getting special testing just to make sure there's no other, any defects or anything like that. So anyway, we're going to do that. And I actually think I just end up getting a blood test for the other diagnostic stuff. But it will be testing for Downs and all that kind of thing. But I feel confident that the baby's healthy and that we don't have anything to worry about when it comes to that thing. So that's really exciting. And so let's talk about what happened this week. Oh, and sorry guys, we didn't do a Rock Out with the Elmores episode. We had a guest visiting, and so we're just going to do it next weekend. So we're still going to keep doing those, but it just wasn't working out at that time to do it. So, okay, so I have had, a chiropractic appointment, and it was awesome because I was having some ligament pain right around my hips. And I sometimes I would think that the pain was something internal going on. So when I went to the chiropractor, he pushed on that area and I go, yes, that is the pain I've been feeling. And it was definitely ligaments. So I'm super excited. Some people say, why are you having, pain so early? You're just in the early parts of the second trimester. Well, I think the chiropractor basically told me it's because when you're smaller framed, it's a big stretch for you. So for me, it's a big stretch just to be where I'm at. And when he did the adjustment, it was just awesome. It felt so much relief. And I ended up going and doing a nice walk after that, 45-minute power walk. And I do it on the treadmill with some music to just pass the time. I love my music that I listen to. It's just all fun dance stuff. And so I was able to work out a little faster, which I pretty much end up doing about a 5K every other day. So on the treadmill, because it's still really, really hot here. It has been cooling off here though. Okay, I know for those of you that have seen my Rock Out with the Elmore's video, I'm talking about the humidity a little bit and how I'm like hot and I'm sweating, and it still is pretty darn hot here, but it is starting to cool off. So I have been able to have my windows open, which is really great. And everybody keeps saying how lucky I am to be pregnant during the fall and winter months. And because I do get hot flashes and it's hot. I notice I get hot flashes when I take my vitamins, when I take my prenatal vitamins, and when I drink hot tea, of course. But it's like really hot when I drink the hot tea. I drink the hot tea and then I get like flushed, So I am grateful that it's starting to cool off, but I needed a little bit more. So come on, cool off just a little bit more, air. Okay, so hot flashes has been going on and some round ligament pain again, but some relief. I've had some relief from that. I went swimming again, and this week, I didn't have any problem at all. So go figure. I swam and I felt great, other than the little bit of round ligament pain, but I didn't feel that feverishly tired thing. So maybe it's because I'm in the second trimester now and I'm just, moving into a different phase and able to handle exercise a little better. So that was really great. I was really happy about that because I love swimming in the ocean. Also, the waves weren't as big, so I didn't have to fight them as much. And that might have been, it was just like an easier swim. But I did stay and swim in the water, I think, for about an hour. And I did it nonstop at one point, like swimming nonstop. So that felt really great. Okay, what else has been going on this week with the pregnancy? Very weird dreams. Very weird dreams. Don't want to go into too much detail, but just random dreams and intense dreams. I feel like I'm having a hormonal surge right now, and I think that it's causing me to have all kinds of dreams. Some are like deep-seated stuff, like from childhood. I mean, like interesting. It's like healing me. You know, I've talked about that in the first video. I feel like pregnancy can be really healing. It can really help you access just, I don't know, maybe it's because so many things are happening deep in your body that it starts to uproot things from your own body too. That's my analysis about that. So it feels good. It feels like the stuff that's coming up is things that I've needed to have come up and release for a while. So I've shed some tears this week, and but it felt good. It felt like a good tears, like I was releasing old pains and things, and emotional. And so I am just I'm really grateful for that. And actually, for whatever reason, because of that and because of the hormonal surges, I have been feeling very happy, very happy. I still have my moments, you know, about certain things going on, but not pregnancy related. But overall, I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I feel really happy. I feel really excited about the baby coming. So, and I feel like life is going to take an amazing turn when the baby comes. And I can't believe that it's only 5.5 months away. And when I think about that, it's really not that far away. That flies. That can be here in the drop of a hat. So it's going to be really an amazing experience. Another thing that has shifted for me this week is I haven't really been feeling fear about the labor. When I first got pregnant, I was scared. I'm going to do natural birth, and I was just scared in general. What is it like? I have no idea even what a contraction feels like. But now I've pretty much been reading a lot of birth stories. I read this site called Birth Without Fear. And it's so funny, all these people on my Facebook are pregnant or are just delivered recently. So I'm reading their birth stories, like they're telling their birth stories, and it's just incredible. And almost every single birth story I read, I start crying at the end because it's so touching. It's just such an amazing thing that we can do this with our bodies. So I'm not afraid anymore. I'm excited about the birth. I think it can be transcendental. I think it can be like an altered experience for us where we just go and just go into an altered state and let go and just, you know, almost like a spiritual godlike experience. So I'm really looking forward to trusting the experience will lead me right where I need to be. So that's going to be really cool. And I've been corresponding with my birth center and keeping in touch with them. Oh, okay. So I got my test results because my birth center has this thing online where they upload like all your test results. So let me see if I can pull up the actual name of what happened to me. First of all, the blood tests were great. I think it said I'm Rh negative, which I think that means I'm not going to have a problem. They haven't gone over the results with me yet, so I don't want to give you guys the wrong information, but everything was negative, like no bad things. But then there was one little thing, so let me see if I can find it. All right, so my ultrasound results were quite interesting. My first ultrasound results, it said I have a posterior placenta, partially covers internal OS. Okay, I don't know what the partially covers internal OS part means, but I read posterior placenta online. Basically, it means that the placenta is in the back of the body, which is actually good. It allows the baby to make sure it's easier for the baby to go into the correct position during labor. So that was really good. But then I saw something really scary to me. It sounded really scary. And it says involuting corpus luteum cyst of left ovary. And I'm like, oh my goodness, so do I have, what's going on? Do I have cysts on my ovaries? But what I found out when I did the research, and I just still want to talk to the nurse and make sure, but is that sometimes it's something that forms on the ovary to help assist create the hormones, and then after about 20 weeks it pops, but it could kind of hurt a little bit when it pops, but maybe not. And the placenta 100% takes over, so it's almost like it's helping out my placenta. And it says it shouldn't be an issue unless it just, grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But I highly doubt that's going to happen, and it is usually something that is formed in pregnancy. So you don't have to have one, I guess. I mean, it sounds like not everyone has that. Maybe I needed a little extra assistance, like more hormones. So I don't think it's anything bad. I think if it was, they would have called me and said, listen, we want to talk to you about this, or you need to go in and get this test or whatever. So I think it's pretty normal, and I'm not going to worry about it. But when I first saw it, it did sound pretty scary. Involuting corpus luteum cyst, okay? So if any of you guys have that diagnosis, have no fear, because it'll just dissolve away at 20 weeks, and then we'll, you know, be taken care of. So everything else, I'm looking at my blood tests, everything else was like negative, non-reaction, I'm immune to rubella, good stuff. Yes, so I'm healthy, hallelujah, celebration. So that was really cool, because that was like my first results of any test. And then I also found out my best friend is going to try to make the birth. Now she lives on the other side of the country. So, you know, with birth, you never know like if it's really going to come on your due date or what. So we've decided that she will try to use Southwest Airlines, and Southwest Airlines actually allows you to change your ticket without paying a fee. So like I could call her the day before and be like, it's happening, come now, you know, and she could hop on a flight, change her flight, and come right away. So that would be amazing, because hopefully my mother-in-law is going to do the same thing, and my best friend. So I would love to have them at the birth. That was really, really great news. Yes. So what else has been going on? Craving wise, I have been craving sweet potatoes, and I've been craving lots of salad and greens. I've naturally been getting more healthier this week without trying. I cut out a lot of the dairy. I'm still eating it, but it wasn't like not as much, and I've been doing a lot of veggies and a lot of salads. I went to this farmer's market and I got all this amazing stuff, so it really motivated me. So I'm trying to eat better, let's see, so food, yeah, so sweet potatoes. So I did go ahead and have some sweet potato fries the other day, and I have like actual sweet potatoes that I'm going to cook up. I don't know why, but I must need whatever's in them. And I switched to my prenatal. I switched to a prescription prenatal from Trigin, Trign. It was given to me by the clinic, and I got it for free. So I figured, hey, let me try it. Looked okay. I do want to, after I use up this bottle, it's not even a bottle, it's like this like box, but after I use up the box, and it comes with like fish oil too, so that's kind of cool. It's like a vitamin. It comes with fish oil, and then I have some extra folic acid that I'm taking. But after I'm done, I think I'm going to switch to, it's like Rainbow Naturals, food-based prenatal. That's what my mother-in-law suggested, that I do a food-based prenatal, because it's less chemical. It's basically the vitamins from fruits and vegetables all put into a capsule or into a pill or whatever. So I'm going to switch once I'm done, but so far I haven't been nauseous on these, and it's great. I am glad, because the first ones I got were from Thorne Research. I was nauseous. Then I had to switch to the gummies. Those were fine, but I hear those aren't as high quality. So now I feel like I'm doing better. I'm doing just right. My husband and I had our 1-year anniversary yesterday. Yay! We've been together for almost 4 years, but we had our year anniversary from being married yesterday. So it was really sweet. Actually, no, it was on Monday. See? Oh, and pregnancy brain is still, it's worse. It's worse. You know, it is not a myth, guys. I am not myself. I have no sense of time. I will go somewhere and I'm like in baby land all day long. I'm thinking about the baby. I'm reading birth stories. It's like an hour will go by and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an appointment, and I'll be running late. My friend was here and I almost caused her to miss her flight because I just wasn't keeping track of the day, and I was going and running errands, and then I would like go do something else. And I am not myself. And I also cannot remember words. I cannot remember the words for certain things, and I accept it. It is what it is. And the other day, here's another thing. I went and got dental work. So we're allowed to get dental work sometimes if our pregnancy is so far going along safe. So I got a note from my midwife, and I went and got dental work, because they say our teeth are more sensitive and we actually should keep up on the dental work. And they didn't do x-rays, and they didn't give me anything with, I guess it's epinephrine, anything that makes your heart race. So I did have an injection, and I feel bad, it's a chemical, But I got to do what I got to do, because if you get a cavity, and I had one, you can go into preterm labor, which I really, none of us want that. So I went ahead and did it. I had to get a crown replaced as well. So I was in a lot of pain yesterday. But when I was at the appointment, they had texted me some notification about the appointment. And I thought it was a notification about another one that I had canceled because of the date. I looked at the date. It said October 21st. So I go in there and I go, by the way, you guys sent me a notification about an appointment that's in the future that, I'm not going to do that appointment anymore because I'm here today. And she was like, let me see it. And I showed her. She's like, that's today's appointment. So I thought that the date that it was actually happening like 2 weeks from now. I don't have any concept of time now. How am I keeping my business together? I don't know. I'm still keeping it together because I look every day at my phone to see my appointments. But I am definitely out of it and not myself. But everybody's trying to be understanding of me. So, and people are still crashing on me saying, you don't look pregnant. I'm really getting sick of it because I know my body, and I had a very tiny waist and flat stomach. And this is not that anymore. I look down and I see a big bulge. I don't fit any of my clothes anymore. But people look at me and they're like, you just look bloated. It's like, they're like, you're 3.5 months? It's like everywhere I go. I can't wait to pop. I'm sure some of you guys watching have popped already and you're like, God, I wish I had that problem. Or maybe you don't wish you had a problem. I think most of us want to pop because we don't want to look like we just drank 10 beers and, we want to look pregnant. So I'm waiting for it to pop more. I will show you guys my belly in a few seconds or minutes if I can think of anything else that I need to share. But yeah, I think I am popping, so I'm going to hold to it. I'm popping. 15 weeks, 3.5 months pregnant. I am definitely popping out. Oh, and this weekend, be sure to check out Rock Out with the Elmores because it's going to be a fun video. My husband's going to be a judge for a drum bash. And so all these kids are going to be playing drums. And I don't know. I'll have to talk to the guy and see if he minds if I film the kids. But if not, I will just film my husband. You'll see him at the drum bash being a judge with all the other judges. And it's going to be at like a music store, like Guitar Center or something like that. So that'll be a really fun thing to film. And then the other thing you guys are going to catch probably the week after and is, and don't crash on me because some people say, oh, don't do things like this when you're pregnant. But, I feel like sometimes people freak out a little too much. So I feel healthy. I feel like my baby's good. And I feel like I have a strong immune system right now. So I am going to get a little Monroe piercing. So the Monroe piercing is right here. And it's it kind of looks like you get that little beauty mark. I want to eventually get like a black one. But they make you start with like a sterling silver one. Or like stainless steel actually, and it's a little teeny tiny diamond. And I wanted this for years. My husband and I have decided he's going to get a tattoo and I'm going to do this. He has a few tattoos already, but he's going to get one. And we're doing it in celebration of the baby to be. And it's just like a little thing we decided to do together. So some people say, oh, but if you get infected, it could, really hurt the baby. I've had piercings before. Obviously, I have a nose piercing right here and belly button ring, which I have to take out really soon. But not yet, still in. But anyway, I've had piercings before, never had any problems, with lots of infection or anything like that. And if you take care of it and you clean it, I'm sure it will be fine. So we'll probably film that too. We'll film the piercing and yeah, that'll be an interesting video. So anyway, I guess that's it. I don't think I had anything else, any other cravings. Still craving some juice, still craving a lot of greens, a lot of green vegetables. That's about it, guys. All right, well, I hope everyone's doing really well. I hope your pregnancies are all going amazing. Subscribe here and keep in touch with me. Share any things that you're doing on the below comments. Don't be shy. I want to hear from everybody. All right, bye-bye.